Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy Tone with the news, updates, trends, and analysis. I've been working a lot, I've been doing a lot of things, and I have a plan for you guys. My plan for you guys is that I'm going to officially stay in this house and I'm officially dedicate 2 hours every morning to get these videos done. Meaning, with that time, I could create more than one content per day. My goal is to create 2 videos per day for you guys, talking about what's trending, finances, and even opportunities. So I think that's the best strategy for me because I really barely have time during the day. This is actually nighttime. After I came from work, after I handled a whole day of errands and a lot of situations, I'm here at night making sure I post this information because this information is very, very crucial, like very important. Today, September 14th, 2023, NASA finally admits and puts a new director. Actually, not new because there's never been a director that focused on UFOs and UAPs. Interesting things, guys. Like a lot of situations are happening. America's moving puzzles, Mexico's moving puzzle, Russia's moving puzzles, Israel's moving puzzles. This year's going to be and it's going to get very interesting. This is just the beginning of something that, ooh, let's see what happens. If we go on a fast rate, I'm pretty sure we're going to be like the Men in Black probably within 20 years. I'm just playing, guys. But a lot of things are going on, and I'm so on top of it. But how do you guys think my strategy is gonna work? I think my strategy is gonna work a lot better. I think I'm gonna be able to give you guys more content and also bring back a few other things that I know you guys like and appreciate, like analysis. I want to do analysis on these stocks, these trends, and these opportunities so you guys can execute. Of course, I am not a financial advisor. I do want you guys to do your own research and also create your own projects because we're all different, guys. What works for me might not work for you. But I am a guy that does love to do research. So most of the things that I put out are mostly 100% cleared and facts. And the reason I'm saying most is because maybe I could be wrong. I don't know. Maybe I could be wrong about something and I put it out and maybe in the future you guys get me and be like, oh, you said this, you said that. Well, guys, I am not perfect, so that's why I say most. But like I mentioned, I do like to do research and I like to put facts out, no lies. Even if I get targeted by powerful people or the mobsters or the mafia, just remember this, guys. I will never, ever kill myself. I will always talk facts, even if it's bad for my side. I will make sure that you guys know when I am going through some situations. But let's get back into subject. NASA is finally today, they had a congressional meeting and they were mentioning many things. As I mentioned in the last video, Mexican congressional hearing showed actual beings that were discovered thousands of years ago. Well, not discovered thousands of years ago, but the body remains are over 1,000 years ago. And it's very interesting, guys. If you guys didn't see that video yet, go to the last video because it will actually be better to watch this video after because it's the next day and a lot of things. What this guy is saying is very interesting things, and I'm definitely about to put it, and I want you guys to see and find out. figure it out. Let's see it. Let's get it.
With UAP. On my travels, one of the first questions I often get is about these sightings. And much of that fascination is due to the unknown nature of it. Think about it. Most UAP sightings result in very limited data. That makes it even more difficult to draw scientific conclusions about the nature of UAP. And so this independent study team brought together some of the world's leading scientists, data and artificial intelligence experts, aerospace safety specialists, all with a specific charge from me, which is to tell how to apply the full focus of science and data to UAP. And this is the first time that NASA has taken concrete action to seriously look into UAP. And this independent study team was just that, independent. Now, NASA has a statutory authority to look for life in the universe. And when you think of the universe, and especially what we have learned from the James Webb Space Telescope, how vast that it is. We knew before, and it was a NASA scientist, Dr. John Mather, who got the Nobel that determined that the universe was 13.8 billion years old. And over the years, particularly accelerated in the last century, we have an understanding that, of course, ours is not the only galaxy. And there are billions and billions of galaxies, and each of those galaxies, including our own, have billions and billions of stars.
Facts.
And with the James Webb looking at the exoplanets, we are now beginning to discover. And somewhere out there, we will discover another medium-sized stony planet around a medium-sized sun or star.
Nice. So they're saying they're for sure gonna find one.
Distance, not too far, not too close, with a tilt in its axis that rotates, that has carbon.
Wow.
That will have a habitable atmosphere.
Can't wait.
If you ask me, do I believe there's life in a universe that is so vast that it's hard for me to comprehend how big it is? My personal answer is yes. But I asked some of our scientists. As a matter of fact, the Washington Post editor asked us to come down to the question, what is the mathematical probability that there is life out there in the universe? And if you calculate in billions of stars, in billions of galaxies, that there's replicated what I just said, another stony planet. The answer was, what's the likelihood? At least 1 trillion.
Oh,
That's from our scientists.
told you guys, we're about to see something crazy.
We start this without any preconceived notions, but understanding that we're in a world of discovery. And we, NASA, have taken for the first time concrete action to seriously look into UAP. And this independent study team is exactly that. It's independent. They work to develop recommendations about how NASA could better examine them from a scientific perspective. And the top takeaway from the study is that there is a lot more to learn. The NASA independent study team did not find any evidence that UAP have an extraterrestrial origin, but we don't know what these UAP are. That's why I'm announcing that NASA has appointed a NASA director of UAP research. They are being tasked with developing and overseeing the implementation of NASA's vision for UAP research. We will use NASA's expertise to work with other agencies to analyze UAP. We will use AI and machine learning to search the skies for anomalies.
Interesting, guys. Very interesting. Sorry, guys. I was munching a little bit. Had a long day. But you see, guys. You see what I just showed you. This guy works at NASA, and he literally appointed a director focusing on UFOs. He also says that there's trillions of possibilities that there's other life. Of course, there's other life. If there's billions of galaxies, what you guys got to understand, and this is what I understand, is that we are far behind from what we are going to become. Why do I say that? One, these aliens, UAPs, UFOs, fly through space and they end up on our Earth. We cannot even get out of the space. We can't even get out of space. Like, we can't even go to Mars. So our technology is far behind from these beings coming to visit us. Don't think just because they're small, they're not that smart. Obviously, they've been here thousands of years before we even got all this technology that we have now. It's kind of sad, really, because I'm looking at my technology and I'm like, wow, imagine a being with more technology. There's out there, they're out there. It's gonna be interesting when we figure out what's really out there. Maybe there's a galactic federation. Israel actually mentioned a few years ago, a whistleblower mentioned that there's actually freaking what was I saying? There's a whistleblower that was saying I forgot what I was saying. Y'all do your own research, man. You see, I zone out and I forget things sometimes. But I do want to show you guys this video. I'm gonna send it to my email real quick. What? I'm gonna send it to my email real quick so I could just put it up. Supposedly this was recent. I was actually watching my boy Joe Rogan, and he mentioned this, and I was just like, wow, I need to definitely tell my followers about this. Uh, Another whistleblower. So many type of whistleblowers out there, guys. Look them up. Like people that actually have credentials and work with these companies and these brands like Area 51. Just an example I'm giving you. Like there's actual people that literally worked in these companies for years, had documents that are really like, secretive, and then come out of the blue saying, hey, like there's aliens, guys. And I'm just like, man, there's really aliens?
I physically
Hold
held
up. All right, this is another video I want y'all to watch right quick, and we'll talk about it. It's quick as a short.
The key that opened every single door in the facility. I had complete access to every compartment they manufactured.
What are you blowing the whistle on?
There are technologies at the South Pole Station that people can't even consider that exist on this planet. Directed energy weapon systems is something that people need to get into their vocabulary. The ice cube neutrino detector is not simply a passive listening device as presented for the science that they're claiming it to do. It also has the capacity to transmit. There are embedded in the ice what are called digital optical modules, DOMs. They're about the size of a basketball. The array embedded in the ice is 1 kilometer by 1 kilometer by 1 kilometer. It is the world's largest telescope. And now, because we have proven that it can transmit, it's the world's largest directed energy weapons system. It is responsible for the earthquakes in Christchurch, New Zealand. I physically held a key that opened every single.
Guys, something's going on, and we are advancing to levels very, very quick. I believe that we got a being that came from another country. I mean, I'm sorry, from another planet, another galaxy, maybe. And we found them, and now we're just advancing faster and faster with all this technology that they brought. And it's not that they brought it for us. Maybe something happens. How many crashes have we been seeing lately of UFOs? Imagine the crashes that we don't see in the media or in the public, or like, I don't know, guys, but I just know there's a lot of things happening. Get ready because it's about to get interesting. I am going to be posting a lot about UFOs, and I will get back to my finances tomorrow. Most likely I'll get a finance recap, and I'll start again. Like I mentioned, I'm gonna do 2 hours of talking and probably get like 2 3 videos off of that, make some shorts, and yeah, I want to give you guys the best content, and I'm for sure here to stay. I'm for sure staying this time, and I promise you guys, I will give you guys my full 100. You know what's funny, guys? I don't even want to do this green screen thing no more. But you know what's funny is that Amazon didn't bring the new bed piece. I don't even know what it's called because it's not really a bed, it's not really a couch, it's not a futon. It's just a bed piece. All right. And it hasn't gotten here yet. It was supposed to get here today and it didn't get here. So now guess what's gonna happen, guys? Either I go home, which is like 30 minutes, no, like 20 minutes, or I stay here at my other home, but I sleep in the couch. Why? Because I got my little sisters and my cousins sleeping in my beds, pretty much their beds. But it is what it is. This is a sacrifice I have to do for you guys and for myself, so we could keep going and going and going. And I hope you guys like all this that I gave you today. And again, do your own research. Get get used to this because I'm going to be bringing a lot of information, all types of stuff, even maybe celebrity gossip if it makes sense and it's productive for both of us. Has to be productive in one way or the other. Thank you guys so much for tuning in these videos. If you guys like this video, give it a thumbs up. Show it to your family, to your friends, your cousin, your grandma, everybody that you can. Just share it. Share it randomly. Share it randomly, please. Thank you guys so much. I'll see you guys in the next video.